Do you know what differentiates us from other apes and other extinct human species? It is our very childlike quality of being open towards novel things. We are open towards novelty. We are open towards new people, new ideas. So, if you cannot be open towards the idea of meditation in order to overcome your panic attack, I'm sorry, you should have been extinct way before. You should not be here because if you are here right now, then you have the evolutionary advantage of being able to be open to new ideas without immediately resisting it. So please be a human being and listen to what I am about to tell you. Because if you properly understand what meditation is, then you will have no doubt in your mind that it is the cure to your panic attacks. Now, the thing is, there has been a mass societal conditioning, a mass propaganda. I don't know who did this, but all people in our society has been conditioned to view this universe as a physical universe. When you view this universe as a physical universe, there's a distance between two things. This and this, there's a distance. There's a distance between you and what you desire. When there's a distance, there's a sense of lack. When there's a sense of lack between you and what you desire, you hustle, you compete with other people, you struggle, you become frustrated, you become angry at other people there because they are also competing for the same things. You accumulate a lot of stress upon yourself. You are unconsciously living your life in a flight, fright, or fight mode when you are trying to hustle your way to success. Also, in a completely physical universe, if you want love, if you want to experience love, you have to go to another person. And that person can hurt you, betray you, cheat on you. And that experience, instead of giving you love, is going to give you a traumatic experience. That's what happens when you view this world in a completely physical point of view. So, because you have been viewing this world in a very physical point of view, because you have been conditioned by society, you have accumulated a lot of mental negative emotions. And your body keeps score of all the negative emotions. This is the reason why your body has finally exploded into panic attack. It is screaming at you. Please do not give into this idea, this false idea that this universe is physical. Please open your eyes, because the reality is what we can perceive with our eyes is just 0.00001% of reality. Even if you take an atom, 99.99999% of that atom is just energy and information, which we cannot perceive. So, the thing that you must understand is this universe is entirely spiritual and mental. There is only one thing in this entire existence, and that is a cosmic consciousness and a conscious energy, or you can call it God, or you can call it spirit, or you can call it infinite potential of all sorts of wisdom and experiences. And that source energy has materialized into everything that you can perceive with your five senses. You are a manifestation of that source energy. I am a manifestation of that source energy. Everything is a manifestation of that source energy. When you understand this, then there is no need for you to hustle your way to success. There is no need for you to struggle and compete and become frustrated to get what you desire, because that source energy is you. You have everything within yourself. Whatever you desire, you have within yourself. This is the first thing that you must understand. Now, the reason why I say that this universe is mental is because when you are able to write new programs in your subconscious mind, you can communicate with the cosmic energy, with the source energy. If you write new programs in your subconscious mind that is equivalent to you becoming free from panic attacks, to you living a wonderful life, that message is relayed to source energy. And source energy has all the possibilities of experiences. If the source energy receives your message properly, it must give out that experience to you. Then suddenly you will be faced with amazing life circumstances. Your mental health will suddenly start to upgrade, and you will just scratch your head. I just wrote new programs in my subconscious mind, and without me having to raise a little finger, everything in my life is suddenly changed. That's because the universe is entirely spiritual and mental. The other thing that you must decondition yourself from is feeling is actually the secret of attracting the life that you desire. If you have been listening to a lot of these alpha male gurus and manosphere industry, what they say is emotion is only for females. Emotion is only for weak people. Discard your emotion. Live your life in a very logical manner. The funny thing is, they are the most emotionally volatile creatures. They are the most angry people I have ever seen on the internet. And of course, anger causes inflammation in your body. Any sort of negative emotion is actually harming your body. Over the time, all these negative emotions have harmed your body, and finally, you have had a panic attack. Now, do not give in to this false idea that emotion is only for weak people. There's a very secret teaching in the yoga, and that is bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga means the yoga of devotion. This path of yoga relies entirely upon the emotions of a person. A person refines his emotion in such a way that his emotion is sweeter, even sweeter than love. And when he can experience an emotion that is even sweeter, even more amazing, even more pleasurable than love, he becomes enlightened. So, standing upon the emotion of this devotion, of this divine love, a person can actually become enlightened in yogic system. But here, we're not here to talk about enlightenment. We're here to talk about how emotion can actually create the life of your dreams. Emotion can attract the life where you are completely free from panic attacks. It can give you the life where everything in your life is wonderful. This is also the reason why my channel's name is Emotion Pill. Forget the red pill, forget the black pill, forget the blue pill. It's not necessary. Emotion Pill is the only pill that you need to take in order to live an amazing life. Now, based on these two things, the universe is spiritual and mental, and feeling is the secret of attracting the life that you desire. There are 3 meditative steps in order to write new programs in your subconscious mind, in order to feel amazing elevated emotions, and in order to convey the message of freedom to cosmic energy so that you can attract the life that you truly desire. And I discovered this 3 step meditation process when I was training to become a doctor in medical school in Nepal. And then I had a panic attack. I didn't want to go to therapy sessions or take anxiety pills because I knew that they were not going to treat the root cause. I had a wonderful career ahead of me. I was going to make a lot of money, but instead, I turned my attention to the study of religion, to the study of spirituality, towards understanding consciousness, towards understanding human emotions. I read a lot about spiritual masters from the East, from the West, like people like Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza. Of course, I have become a licensed medical doctor in Nepal, but I have become tremendously interested in spiritual practices as well. And from this study, I have distilled down this 3 meditative practice in order to gain complete freedom from panic attack. The first step is Yoga Nidra. Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is a neuroscientist, have been calling this Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol, but it is just yogic sleep. What happens is when you do Yoga Nidra, you're rotating your awareness through your body, throughout your body, and then you achieve a state of relaxation. You achieve a state of sleepiness, but your mind is still kind of alert. That is the moment where your subconscious mind is really receptive to all the mental imagery and feelings that you can impress upon it. Right now, you're watching me on a phone or a tablet or a computer, and your brain is producing beta waves. This is not a good time to program your subconscious mind with new kind of mental imagery and feelings. When your brain is producing high beta waves under anxiety and panic attacks and worries and concern, that is not the time to write programs in your subconscious mind and create wonderful things in your life. That is the time to survive. That is the time to just protect your energy in order to ensure your survival. But through Yoga Nidra, your brain will be able to create slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. When your brain is producing alpha waves, your brain will start to become really good at creative visualization. And when your brain is producing theta waves, the door between the conscious mind and subconscious mind is wide open. The analytical mind is now gone. Now, all the mental imagery, all the visualization that you will perform through your conscious mind will be accepted, believed, and surrendered by the subconscious mind as if it is the truth. So if in this state you can imagine that you are actually free from panic attacks and you can do certain things, which I'm going to tell you later on, your subconscious mind will accept all of those mental imagery and believe that all of those things are actually true. And when the subconscious mind truly receives this message, it is going to communicate to that cosmic consciousness, and whatever you have impressed upon the subconscious mind will actually materialize into existence, because cosmic consciousness is the source energy. It is the spirit that is in existence. It is the only thing in existence. Out of that cosmic consciousness, out of that source energy, out of that spirit, everything in this universe has come out of. So write new programs in your subconscious mind, communicate with that spirit, and become a magnet for wonderful situations in your life, including freedom from panic attacks and anxiety. Now, what you have to do after you do Yoga Nidra, by the way, there's a link in the description box down below on how to do Yoga Nidra. It's a 13-minute video, 13-minute video. Do that. And what you're going to do next after you do Yoga Nidra is, now you start to imagine, start to visualize an imaginal act where you are free from panic attacks and you're living your life after you have become free from panic attacks. Now provide all the sensory vividness, the sensation of seeing, hearing, tasting, feeling, smelling, after you have become this upgraded version of yourself who is free from panic attacks. Maybe you can see that you are going to the situations, you are going to the places that previously used to trigger your panic attacks and anxiety, but now you're just with your chest out. You can visualize that your breathing rate is really relaxed. You can visualize that you're taking your pulse rate and it is just 60 or 70 beats per minute. You can visualize that your friends and family members are just looking at you and they are just so happy that you have healed. They no longer have a worried face when they are looking at you. And here your people, here your well-wishers, your friends and your family members say to you, wow, you have become the rock of our family. Wow, you're so peaceful and relaxed these days. What's your secret? If you're avoiding coffee right now, if you're avoiding certain sensation of smell right now because you think it triggers your anxiety and panic attacks, start to indulge in those things in your imaginal act. Start to smell the aroma of coffee. Start to drink coffee in your imaginal act and say to yourself, finally, I can drink coffee again because I am free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you're right now currently avoiding dating, start to date people in your imaginal act. Start to touch their hair. Start to kiss them, start to smell their perfume, start to hear them say to you, wow, you're so peaceful and so powerful as a human being. How did you become so peaceful and relaxed? And you can even share this secret of communicating wonderful things to cosmic consciousness, and everything that you communicate with the cosmic consciousness will be given to you. You can share your secret of changing your life to your friends, to your family, to your girlfriend in your imaginal act. All of these things will signify to your subconscious mind that you are actually living your life with no longer anxiety, with no more panic attacks. So, start to see wonderful things happening to you. Start to hear wonderful things happening to you. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, imagine that you have a big smile on your face. Because right now, you're probably hearing a lot of racing thoughts in your head as soon as you wake up in the morning, and you are frustrated just as soon as you wake up in the morning. So imagine just the opposite of that. Imagine that you're waking up in the morning, you're looking at your watch, it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., and you just have a big smile on your face, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I finally healed. I no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. I have successfully written new programs in my subconscious mind, and I have attracted a wonderful life free from panic attacks and anxiety. Say all of this thing to yourself in your imaginal act. Hear people compliment you on how peaceful, on how relaxed you have become lately. And all of these things will signify to your brain that it is all happening to you in real time. Because when you provide all this sensory vividness to your imaginal act, your brain will start to lose its distinguishing ability between what the imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world is. This is what claiming that you are free from panic attacks actually mean. Providing all the sensory vividness to your imaginal act and imagining that you're actually free from panic attacks means you're claiming that you're free from panic attack. Now, the third step is simple. Just mentally rehearse all of this imaginal act over and over again. With enough mental rehearsal, the neural network that is associated with all of these wonderful things happening to you start to become hard, set, and permanent. And it is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body. And these feelings are going to be equivalent to whatever you have imagined. You have imagined that wonderful things are happening to you. You're free from panic attacks. You no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. You no longer have dry sensation in your mouth all the time. You no longer have your friends and family worrying about you. Instead, all the amazing things are happening to you. So you're going to feel the equivalent emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, and confidence. And these feelings are actually breathing life into your imaginal act. All the imaginal act is like a electrical signal that you send to the spirit, that you send to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you actually desire. But the feeling, the elevated emotions that you embrace through mental rehearsal of this imaginal act sends a magnetic charge to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you really want, and it starts to give to you what you desire. Now you become a magnet for whatever you have imagined. All the imaginal act will start to materialize into existence in a very unexpected manner. You will start to move across a sequence of events, and all the wonderful things that you have imagined will actually happen in your three-dimensional world of experience. But it's not even about breathing life into your imaginal act. It's about creating all of these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment before amazing things actually happen to you. Because when you feel grateful, when you feel joyful, when you feel empowered, anxiety and panic attacks cannot coexist in your body. And now you have the tool in order by you have the tool to just close your eyes, make your imaginal act very real, and feel all of these feelings. And you do not have to even depend upon external circumstances in order to feel amazing feelings. Now, the external circumstances, even if they are bad, they will not affect you because you now have the tool to just close your eyes and make your imaginal scenarios so real that you will start to create feelings out of them. Now you become the master of your destiny. Yogis have always been calling that your external personal reality is Maya, is an illusion. Why? Because they know very well that your external circumstance is just an extension of your subconscious mind. When your subconscious mind has bad programs, bad messages written upon them, your external circumstance will reflect all of those bad programs. You will be surrounded by bad circumstances, bad events, bad situations. Your health will go into a deterioration. Your mental health will start to deteriorate. All of these things are actually happening to you because you have unconsciously written bad programs in your subconscious mind. Now, through this meditation exercise, write new programs in your subconscious mind, and your external circumstance will start to change naturally because it is just a projection from your own subconscious mind. Write new programs, wonderful programs in your subconscious mind, and everything in your life will start to change. It's such a wonderful thing to discover and experience. So, the only thing that you must get really good at is becoming able to sustain these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment for a very long period of time. Because right now, you can sustain the emotion of anxiety, panic attack, worry, concern for no reason, because what you have done for a very long period of time is you have visualized the worst case scenarios of your life, or you have remembered, you have memorized the past traumatic events of your life. Either way, those are imaginal act, those are mental imagery in your mind playing, and you have always been deriving feelings from it by mentally rehearsing it over and over again. So just do the opposite. And sooner or later, your second nature will be of joy, will be of empowerment, will be of gratitude. And that is the moment change has happened. That is the moment you're no longer afflicted with anxiety and panic attacks. So, I'm going to give you a wonderful tip. And that is, as soon as you wake up in the morning and as you go to bed at night, these two times are the windows where your brain is naturally producing or trying to produce alpha waves and theta waves. So do not miss these two windows to write new programs in your subconscious mind. Do the meditation at least these two times of the day, and you're going to see a significant improvement in your mental health in a very short amount of time. And do this meditation process whenever free time you get during the day, because you need to have a developed attention. Your attention needs to be focused on the mental imagery that signifies that you're free. Because right now, your attention will either go to the past traumatic event, past things, past events where people have hurt you, where situations were unfavorable to you, or your attention will start to go to the future, worst case scenarios, future bad events, and you will always be in a state of anxiety. But through repetition of this mental exercise, through repetition of this three-step meditation process, you will finally be able to keep your attention on the imaginal act that signifies that you're now truly healed. And when your attention is now focused on this imaginal act, you can derive feelings from it, and you can now change. But the thing is, you need to be able to keep your attention on this imaginal act to change, and that requires practice. That requires showing up daily and doing these 3-step meditation process at least 2 times a day, or if you want significant improvement at a very short amount of time, 3 times a day. So do this and change your life. Do this and become free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you have someone in your life who is currently struggling with panic attacks and anxiety, send them this video and change their life. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome panic attacks and anxiety. And if you want to experience one-to-one online coaching, message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below or pinned comment section down below. It's expensive, it's an expensive course, but I will make sure that you will never experience panic attacks ever again. All this anxiety and panic attacks will be a thing of your past. Remember, sky is the limit once you truly know how to become meditative. Imagine wonderful things and embrace the emotions of that imaginal act. Subscribe and I will see you in the next video.